Hey, how's it going? I'm Mystic Mia Moksha, and this is a general energy reading. There are timestamps below on the topics we're covering this reading, which are what are the main themes going on in your life right now, what's going on for lightworkers and the collective as well, what is coming up in the near future on your individual life and in the collective. What can you be doing right now to bring in more of the life and the abundance that you want right now? What is something that you should know from your spirit guides, from spirit right now? And what is something specific that is awesome and a miraculous surprise that is coming up in your life within this week? So we're going to be looking at those questions in this reading. We're going to get started right away. Okay, so what is the main theme in your specific individual life right now? And specifically your life right now on your individual level. Okay. Two of Cups. Okay. I feel like there's a decision going on in terms of your romantic life or your one-on-one relationship with someone very close to you, a very good friend, a very good colleague, a very good mentor, or family member. So I feel like you have a decision in your personal life right now with someone that's very important to you, someone that's like you're having a one-on-one relationship with, whether it's romantic or just someone you love very much, like a very good friend, a family member, or a colleague that you care a lot for. Okay, I get that it's like rolling in like a waterfall. Like this is like a decision that's gonna like either free this connection in a very positive way, really give both of you a sense of security and stability in the connection and a freedom that like, hey, no matter what happens, we're always going to be very close. Kind of like an expansion of your connection, like wow, like our connection just reached new heights, reached a new level, and you both feel it. It's very, very expansive, like going from 2D to like 3D. Like that's how big I'm getting this leveling up in this connection is. Okay. Knight of Swords and the Justice card. In this deck, the Knight of Swords indicates violent disagreements, and the Justice card signifies unpleasant events. So that's why this whatever catastrophic event that is happening with you and this person, it is like jumping. It's like the waterfall. It's like everything after this is so much more better and freer and like another level. Or one or both of you, instead of, going downstream and flying off the ledge of the waterfall, you both run off the edge and, hit the water. One or both of you. So this is a event between you and this person where you either fly and soar, or you go off the edge and hit a very violent landing into the water. You both survive it, but do you fly or do you hit the water? So it's a very significant event between you and this person. Let me see if I can get more information about what this is. There's a disagreement on what direction they think you should be going. There's a violent disagreement on what direction they think you should be going. This is a very positive situation for you. I see these cards as you, and this is how they see you. Because 3 of the cards are in reverse and 1 is upright. You may get an opportunity in your career or something that you just feel very passionate about, something that you've always felt like you should do in your life. It doesn't have to be career, but something that you've always felt like you should do in life. And you get this very positive, like out of nowhere, miraculous opportunity, seemingly from the divine, like, oh my goodness, like, could you ever think that I would get an opportunity to do this? And they may feel like they don't want to lose you, or they want you to like stay home or stay where you are and continue doing what you're doing in your career or in your family life or whatever you're doing right now, or wherever your plans are currently towards these kind of goals in terms of financial security, career security, home security, family, friends, circle. They may want you to stay more in the kind of lane that you're in now or have been kind of slowly working in towards. It's more traditional roles. And you may have an opportunity to do something that you always wanted to do. It's like kind of like, oh my goodness, this opportunity comes out of nowhere. How could you not take this opportunity? And so this is a decision that you both kind of have to talk over with. Again, could be a romantic partner, a really good friend, a colleague, coworker, someone you're in business with, a partner of some sort, a family member. Yeah, someone that's very significant to you at this time in your life. Okay, so you... Wow. Okay, so the Devil card. I feel like you feel like time is running out and to make this decision. Like you may need to make this decision fairly soon. Maybe if this is a work opportunity, like, you have a few days or a few weeks to kind of like give them an answer, and you may feel like you don't have enough time to talk it over with this person, to come to some sort of compromise or solution, or to be on the same page. But they can't deny that this is kind of like everything that you've wanted. They can't deny that this is something that you've always wanted. And it's kind of like a miracle. They're like, yeah, this is kind of like a miraculous, like, once in a lifetime opportunity. I see that. They do understand that. They are waiting for you. Yeah, tick tock. Like this opportunity, that like, it feels like this has been a long time coming. You feel like this is something you've always been like meant to do. They're waiting for your answer. Like, you need to give them an answer. Otherwise, who knows, they may move on, or they might not be waiting for you. This might be a time-sensitive occupation, a time-sensitive project, a time-sensitive situation that you want to be involved in. Okay, Yin. Yeah, I'm getting this is a very, like, this is related to something. This is related to a more like intuitive, spiritual, creative, nurturing. Maybe it's a charity. Maybe it's something very, very creative, like music or art, or a spiritual line of work, or it's just something that you're very passionate about, something you've always felt like you needed to do in your life, something that helps others, something that's more caring in nature, and yeah. And they are I want you to choose. They're like, hey, this isn't on me. This is your life. This is your decision. This is your once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, you choose what you want to do. You heard my 2 cents. Like, you hear what I want you to do, or what I would love you to do, or what I think would be best for you. But like, this is ultimately your decision. Listen to your heart. You know, like, this is the kind of spirit talking through them. Like, you know what's right for you. Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I can't deny this is kind of like a miraculous event. It may be me that's the kind of, you know, wishing for some sort of more normal life, or more peaceful, or more calm, or more like close to home, or not so adventurous kind of life. But like, hey, if you want to go, I will go. I'm ready. I will come. I'll go with you. This is also your kind of internal decision. Like, you're kind of struggling with yourself. Like, yeah, like, because this is just a reflection. Whoever this person is, just a reflection of the inner conflict going on within you with, like, you know, should you live a more steady, you know, close to your family, close to your, what you've known, what you've been doing life, or should you take this opportunity? And you're like, no, duh. This is a obvious situation here. I want to dedicate a song to you. Yeah, so this is like, this is your legacy. This is like your love letter to the world. This is something you've always passionately, deep down, desired to do in this lifetime, and to do as your service to others in this lifetime. Leave them like a very moving piece of music, a very beautiful nonprofit charity, or kind of a beautiful home, like literally physically create a home, or a community, or set something up. Like, this is like a soul mission kind of thing. Expand your consciousness. So this might be an opportunity to kind of, again, learn more. Like, this is YouTube. So whoever this person is, whether it's a family member, a friend, a partner of some sort, like from business or mentor, or your romantic relationship, or your family, they're coming with you, right? They're ready. They're like, I want you to choose, listen to your heart, but I'm coming with you if you decide to go. Expand your consciousness. Like, both of you are about to like fly off this waterfall. You're going down the stream. It's like, okay, it's time to make a decision. What do? Do we fly, or do we, you know, hit the water? And you both decide to fly, and what you have coming there, you cannot imagine. What you have coming, you cannot imagine. I was wrong, I can tell, and that was from their side. So as soon as you make the decision, and as soon as as soon as you make the decision, and as soon as you guys are like packing up to go, or you know, you start your first couple of days, or whatever the situation is, like you just get like the prompt of what you need to research or what you need to get going on, they automatically know, like, oh my goodness, like, I was wrong about this other life. You even know, like, immediately, like, oh my goodness, this is 100% exactly what I'm supposed to be doing in my life right now. Very obvious decision. Network of people. This is like people who've been waiting for you. They've been waiting for someone like you, or they've been waiting for your answer because they know how perfect you are. Community. Yeah, this is the right people to do this kind of work with. 100%. Okay, so how is this affecting people, light workers in general? How is this affecting light workers in general? What's the theme, main theme for light workers right now? That was specifically for you, but this, like, for you watching this reading. But what's going on with other light workers at this time? Justice. Wow, beautiful. We have the Justice card. Where did it go? Here. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like something in terms of rules and regulations are changing for light workers. Rules and regulations are changing for light workers. So I feel like something may happen on the world stage where spirituality is kind of more accepted, or I'm getting the legal term. So like if you want to pursue a spiritual business or something like that, the legal repercussions aren't as restricting as they were before. The Star card. Wow. The Star card in this deck specifically talks about success against opposition. Yeah. So I feel like there was like a lot of rules and regulations and like the system in general that we have set up right now that was against a lot of spiritual work. And I feel like something changes. I don't know. Let me see. What causes these changes? People coming together, light workers coming together. There's just a lot more options. People are actually brainstorming specific solutions to bring about more systemic change in terms of the amount of feminine energy, spirituality, intuitive decision making that lack in society at this time. So these changes are coming about. People are doing something about it. Specifically, things like this. People, light workers, are coming together to brainstorm ideas to bring more spiritual solutions, intuitive solutions into the collective's everyday life. Okay. Wow. Not expecting that. I'm reading today. Okay. So there's the courage, the strength, and I'm getting strength in people, strength in numbers. So I feel like light workers are reaching out to other light workers. I'm getting groups are being formed. Groups are being formed of light workers, finding people that would work on their team, that could help on their team. This is happening. Oh my goodness, wow. The thing is, there's a lot of resistance going on because this is kind of major, so like there's going to be a lot of inner work, and it seems very casual for you specifically to be like, hey, should I join this group or should I continue doing what I've been doing with my life? I keep spending my energy on helping others, my service to others, my spiritual work. I'm not getting really results back. I feel like I have so much on my plate in my day-to-day life. I can barely keep up with my day-to-day responsibilities. Can I add something like this onto my plate? Well, I have to do a lot of work in this group, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of like your inner work, your internal work in regards to joining something, a group of people that you would have to exert more energy and efforts in keeping up with. It's like another kind of part-time job or full-time job on your plate, you know? And it's kind of like, do I have time for this? Do I have the energy, effort for this? You know, but this group gives you strength. It's going to give you more strength and courage and confidence than you could have imagined. Okay, so what's going on with them and you? Yeah, you're kind of like, your immediate, whoa, no and yes. Whoa. This is, and like, because these are very specific cards, no and yes, it's like, this is a big decision for you. This is a very big decision for you. Fell on your side. Very big decision for you. What are you thinking here? The tide of time will always bring you back to me. So I feel like, yeah, you've been through this kind of before. Like you've tried to network, or you try to find like-minded friends, or you try to find work that would resonate with you, that would resonate with kind of your soul mission. And it always, like, you always feel like you had to start back to square one, or you have to go back to what you were doing before, like back to your family, back to your old job, back to your old way of living, your old routine. It's like, okay, like, what are the chances that this is going to be the thing that works this time? You know, the soul mission, can I finally rest? Can I have a something that I do for a long period of time that resonates with my true soul, my soul mission, and, you know, can I have soulmates and soul friends that come in, soul family members that come in that don't just leave right away, like, and teach me a lesson? Like, can I, if you're a light worker, you've had soul family and soul friends come in, soul mates, and they just leave immediately. You might have had soul work, soul mission kind of work come in and then just leave immediately, or it wasn't the right one, or it was like, was always getting you ready for the right thing, the right one, the right group, you know? And this group is like, I've been feeling your presence around me. They've been detecting you. They've been waiting for you. So this group has been waiting. Either they've been waiting for someone like you with your skills and talents to experience this, or they also been feeling like, okay, they're close. Like, I know that here, I just got a ping, like, where you may have been putting out your antlers. I'm getting antlers. Your antenna. You might have been putting your antennas out, your feelers, to see if you can find more like-minded people or more resonant work very recently, in the past few months I'm getting. And they have been kind of feeling that they're going to find you soon too. Who are you to them? Who are you to them? King of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Okay. You are born to leave and intuitively know how to direct your own destiny while being a guiding light for others. Maintain a sense of maturity, self-responsibility, and passion for the path you are setting. Look at that. The Queen of Wands, King of Wands, you are meant to lead. And you've always intuitively known that you have been directing your own destiny. You have been a guiding light, a bright, brilliant light for others, whilst being very mature, emotionally mature, spiritually mature. You've always taken care of yourself. You always felt like you've take care of yourself so well that you need to take care of others as well. And you have so much passion and drive, as a light worker would, to set a path for the stage that you are setting, for the world that you are creating with the other light workers that have this kind of, brave sense of courage and you're meant to lead, even though it's like a thankless position or role. It's like you were meant to do this with others, and these people will see that in you. You'll also see that in them. Also, the Knight of Swords, which came up as violent disagreements before, is now swift as the wind. You are taking charge and speaking true. You take over very quickly. You take on a management position in this company or in this group very quickly. One of the leaders of the group very quickly. Nothing you can hold back from expressing yourself or your ideas. Your ideas are very valuable. They see this immediately. You have a lot of truth, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, a lot of intellect, a lot of intuition. You're ready to fearlessly face any obstacles or challenges that stand in your way. Once you start joining this group or work or whatever this is, there's a sense of like you get into the flow and you immediately know what you have to do. You're ready to you're like, yes, this is what I've been waiting for in my life. Like, you get the energy, you I like that metaphor of the waterfall. Like, your energy expands. You didn't know you could fly. Like, imagine the endless possibilities. This is you. You finally get to fly. Spread your wings and fly. Okay, so that's what's going on for light workers. And then what about the collective in general? What is going on for the collective? For the normies, for the others in this world. The people that you are going to be helping with your ideas, leading during this time. What is going on for the normies? Six of Air. Okay, a lot of changes. A lot of people moving. A lot of people there's a sense of a lot of things are moving. There's a lot of moving parts. A lot of things are changing. A lot of people are changing. And this is where you step in, right? Okay, 5 of Wands, and this deck is unforeseen obstacles. I'm getting like, yeah, they didn't see these potential challenges coming up in their life. The normies here, the rest of the collective. And this is, and you, the light workers have. And you definitely have to. No, this time was coming. For a lot of change, a lot of moving parts, you know. A lot of people might lose their money. Feel like they lost their homes or their support system. Yeah, a lot of people might lose their money, lose their homes, be out on the streets, not even be able to find people that they can rely on, their family or their friends. Whoa. What is going on? I feel like this is mirrored. The 2 of Cups came up for you specifically. It's being mirrored in the with the normies, with the 2 of Pentacles. It's time to start something new, learn something new. I'm getting learn new skills to survive whatever was going on. Look, for them, all these physical things coming on. So like they're very physical minded, 3D minded. They're like, I'm losing my money, I'm losing my home, I'm losing my connections to people, friends and family that can help me out. Maybe this is a chance for me to learn. I'm getting more like grow food, learn how to grow food, learn how to make my own energy, take better care of my health. Maybe eat more healthy. Maybe I wouldn't be in this position if I ate more healthy, or if I... What is this? Improving health. Oh, that was so violent. These cards just like flew across the table here very violently. Kind of like, was that like Gambit from X-Men, who like throws cards and like is like a weapon? That's how violently these cards came out. The Moon card in reverse and the 4 of Pentacles again. This is a very big wake up and clarity for the normies and the collective in general. 4 of Pentacles, to invest in something worth investing in. And what maybe they've been investing in before that wasn't so worth investing in. I see this like human hand giving this money to this like robot hand. It's just it's a device to store money, but I'm getting like giving money to like things that are not real, that are not of this world, or that is not of the divine energy. Putting your hard work and energy and physical money into things that are not of divine energy. Okay. So what's going on with the normies and the collective? Nothing in this realm can stop our destiny together. So they're very much on board. I think a lot of light workers might have thought that like, oh, the normies and the collectives, they won't choose the right path. But with the Page of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles, like these 2 cards are seeming like they're on board. They want to make the changes. They want to do the right thing. They want to, make the changes. They just don't know how. I mean, they're very like physically 3D minded, but they are on board to, consciously do the right thing for humanity, even though they don't know what that is. They're still thinking very physically 3D minded, but when it comes to making a decision, let's see where this card falls on no or yes. Yes, yeah. Knight of Cups. They're willing to take the journey emotionally, spiritually. They're very open to it. Knight of Swords, listening to your ideas, other people's ideas, listening to other people's truth. This is why it's a very important time for light workers to come together and lead, direct your light, because you have experience shining light and guiding others. So this is why you're needed at this time. And people are willing to listen, and they're on they're on the same level as you. Like, some people think that normies and the rest of the collective that are not spiritually awakened are not on the same level as all the light workers. They are. Here are the Knight of Cups and Knight of Swords. They're just listening to your ideas and your leadership because you've done this before. But they have ideas as well. They're on the same page as you. The light workers are a little bit disoriented as well with all the moving parts and changes. What's going on with the light workers at this time. Don't think because we don't talk, I don't want to, because I do. And I've been receiving your telepathic messages. So I feel for light workers, you want to talk. You might think that they don't want to talk, but they do. You may think that the normies, the rest of the unawakened collective, don't want to hear your ideas, don't want to have conversations about that. What I've been getting so much when my boots on the ground kind of work as a light worker, as a spiritual consultant, a lot of the work that I do is talking to people in day-to-day life from all walks of life, and see what was actually happening in their life at this time. And a lot of people want to talk about spiritual things, but they're afraid that other people are going to condemn them for it or look down at them or think they're weird, so they don't talk about it. But a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people do actually want to talk about these kinds of topics and the state of the world and how to improve it. And they're actually willing to do the work and want to do it, but they just been following the crowd for so long. It's not like they wouldn't do it if everyone else was kind of on the same board, or a lot of people were. They would actually jump ship, and they would actually want to help out and help this movement to improve humanity and expand humanity's consciousness. They've been becoming more intuitive too, as you, the light worker, have been becoming more psychic. It's not just the light workers who are becoming more psychic. Humanity in general, all of mankind, have been becoming more psychic. It's not just specific light workers and specific spiritual gurus, or it's been all of humanity in general. A lot of people have been getting their abilities online and becoming more spiritual, more intuitive, not just spiritually awakened people. So what does Spirit want us to do in this regard? Have faith and rest. Okay. Why? Go into hermit mode. You don't have to make any decisions in regards to your path right now. And I've been getting this a lot recently too. You have faith. Just keep that faith. It's getting stronger each day. And rest. You need time to just kind of recuperate. You're going to be doing a lot of work, so get some rest in while you can. Go into hermit mode. You don't have to talk to people you don't want to talk to. If you feel like you're putting on a mask every day, have more times where you can feel like your genuine self, or can rest and just take it easy. You don't have to make any life-altering changes or decisions at this time. Just take it easy, go with the flow. Okay. So we're moving on to the second question, which is, what is coming up in the near future for you individually and for the collective? Okay, so what's coming up for you in the near future? Let's clear the table. What's coming up for you specifically in your individual life in the near future? Wow, Messenger of Earth and 10 of Water. So the Messenger of Earth is Knight of Pentacles, right? But for you, I'm getting like literally you're a messenger of for humanity. 10 of Waters. This is very fulfilling for you because you finally get to play the role that you were meant to do, that you're very confused on what you should be doing because like you have a very spiritual role in this lifetime. But this is very, very fulfilling. You're doing what you're meant to do in this life. You're living out your destiny that you've always knew was your destiny, but like you never really had like a real results or real indication that something like of this caliber was going to come into your life as a light worker, and it finally comes through and you feel vindicated. You feel like all sorts of like affirmation, confirmation, and validation, and it's just you're on another level. You just feel very fulfilled, very full in your heart space and in your spiritual space. You're living your destiny, which you've always felt, but it's not very obvious like in other careers. What to have faith and that this day will come, this specific role, soul mission will come into your life. You feel very, very vindicated. Okay, so we have 8 of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Chains, which is the Devil card in this deck. Okay, so the 8 of Pentacles in this deck is rewards from work. There you go. What a confirmation. Yeah, you get the rewards from all your work, all your spiritual work that you've been doing all your life. The Sun card in this deck is courage is needed for success, and you've had the courage and you gain success. You have the courage, the strength, and confidence to do this. It might be kind of like you have to step into this role, and in stepping into that role, you need a little bit more courage again. But you have wings here. Look at this lion with wings. You are this lion with wings. You step into this role fearlessly, very confident. You know what you're doing. You are very wise, filled with a lot of love and light. And you have everything you need to fulfill this role. So all you need is the courage that you already have to step into this role and say yes. The Chains here, very confusing. I feel like did it come out in reverse? But anyway, Chains in this deck represents obsession and illusion. I get this like lone wolf vibe, like you've been a lone wolf for a very long time. You've been chained up and now you're free. You finally have your wings and you can fly. You might have even gotten a little bit kind of cold, a little bit wary, being in hermit mode a lot, or not being able to fulfill your purpose, your destiny. And especially in the last, like I'm getting year or so, it might have gotten to you that you weren't able to fulfill your destiny because it wasn't time yet. These changes weren't made on the world stage yet. Things weren't lined up yet. And so it was kind of felt like you were just this lone wolf being chained off with very mystical and powerful energies. But now you're freed. You can be this lion, this beautiful mystical creature with wings, and you're shining, you know, you're leading, you have a lot of courage. It's kind of like dusting off this kind of like phase of being in hermit mode, being chained up and stuff like that, because it wasn't time yet. And you feel like you're waiting and like for this destiny, for the soul mission, this call from the divine, and you're just kind of like waiting. So it might have got you kind of like wary, not being able to see the results from your work, but you do, and your success. It felt like you were like, is this real? Am I just being obsessed with this kind of vision that's not real? Is this illusionary? Am I delusional? Am I going crazy? No. Here, finally you get to see what this was all about. Okay, and how are you going to see this? So the Ten of Swords came out in reverse. It feels like a huge weight is lifted off your shoulder. Not just your shoulder, but your soul. This huge weight is lifted off your soul because you finally get to see the destiny that you're meant to live out. You finally see what it is, your destiny, your soul mission. What you're meant to do in this lifetime. Yeah, because in the past, you've been kind of just... You felt like you were out in the cold. You know, you felt like everyone was living this beautiful, warm, happy life. And you just kind of were on the outskirts looking in at everyone living their life very happily. Maybe they didn't feel like they had a destiny. Maybe they felt like their soul mission, their destiny was very simple. You have a very grand one or bigger one. And it's like it was hard to find people on the same path as you, other light workers, other like-minded people. You know, it's kind of funny how the roles are reversed and how the normies and the rest of the collective will be feeling like that as the light workers come into this role. But as you can see, like we're both on the same page. We're all knights here. We're all warriors, spiritual warriors. Some of us for a long time, some of us new spiritual warriors, but we're all spiritual warriors nonetheless. Where we get the results from our hard work and we get to fulfill our destiny, being very abundant. The rest of the collective, the normies, the unawakened collective, still knights, warriors of the spiritual warriors, but they might be going through that dark night of the soul, this kind of feeling that we've been feeling for a very long time. And so we had to be very, wary of that. We're now a step ahead of the rest of the collective, and we have to be wary of that. But at the same time, we can enjoy the results of our work. But this huge weight is lifted off of our soul. Wow. And it's like finally complete. This kind of abundance, I kind of got that. This kind of worldly abundance is finally come in. It's results, success, completion of the cycle. This cycle of like coming out of knowing that we're about to hit our destiny, about to get that perfect job, the perfect life, the perfect thing that we've been waiting for, and we've been kind of feeling it for a long time, but we've kind of been feeling that like weird, I feel like I'm being like chained back, like because other things in our environment isn't set up yet for it. It's not divine timing yet. It's divine timing now. It is 100% here. And something about like the past year and a half, something about the last few years where you've been kind of like waiting for the other shoe to drop on the world stage and kind of like for you to step into your soul calling. Something about that is coming through. I want to see what that is. Nine of Wands. Yeah, you've been through a difficult journey with some hard wand battles that have left you feeling wary and perhaps a little bit wounded. Yes? Don't give up now. You're so close to overcoming the hurdles you've placed before you. So this feeling of like, you're so close, don't give up. You've went through so much already. Don't give up. It has been going on for the past, like what, few months, few years for you, right? Like this feeling of like, oh my, so close. Always, right? You see it in a bunch of YouTube videos from other spiritual channels. You're so close, and you've been feeling it for a very long time because light workers are so psychic and intuitive. They can feel this energy of being so close. but such a huge energy that you might have felt it for years, you know? It's so close, it's so close, it's so close. And it's like after being in that energy of like so close, so close, so close for a long time, you get weary, you get tired, you get a little bit wounded. Like, is this ever going to be happening? Am I going crazy? Right? And then the Hanged Man. Yeah. You seem to be powerless in a situation that has you feeling trapped or stuck, but it's the full truth. Free yourself by shifting your perspective or adopting a new mindset. And it's kind of feeling this feeling of being in the Hanged Man energy of like feeling powerless because you're not in charge of divine timing. The divine is, right? You did all the work that you need to do, right? But you can't change divine timing. It comes in when you're supposed to come in. So you might have felt like you were ready months ago, years ago, but then you kept doing the work and you're like, okay, well, I understand why I had to do this work or that work, but you really didn't have to do any work. You don't really have to do spiritual lessons. You're ready. You're already good to go whenever you're ready and good to go. You don't need to change anything about yourself. You're just perfect the way you are, Lightworker. Exactly where you're meant to be, and especially exactly how you're supposed to be when this change happens. You don't need to change anything about your life. You've already done a lot and enough. So that's like the energy that's been happening. You are very special, being told like, oh yeah, you're very special. You're one of the chosen few, that you're meant to like, you know, be ahead of the rest of the collective, and knowing that these things, there's a reason you're supposed to know these things before the rest of the collective. You're supposed to be a leader, an example, you know, and all these things. And now what happens? Now what happens? Let me have you. Spirit is like, beautiful number 7 here. Let me have you. Let me have all of you. Let me have your entire life. We're going to consume you with this divine energy. We're going to breathe through you. We're going to live through you. We're going to perform magic through you. That's what's happening now. I'm getting. So what's happening on a collective... Let me see how this might look on a more physical level. What this might look for like to you on a more physical level. Side project. Oh yeah, do this on your side. Take care of your physical responsibilities. You know, when you get a chance to do your spiritual work, when you get a chance to sit down after your 9-to-5 job, you know, when you get a chance to work, be alone after having so many obligations to family and friends and society. Like this, just do this on the side. Do this on the side. Now this is gonna be your life. This is gonna be all of it. Your whole every day. When you wake up every day, it's what your side project is going to be your entire life now. Work event. Yeah, this is very strongly tied to your soul mission. I'm getting the event. We kept talking about this event. This event is going to happen. And temporary alliance. I feel like there might be some sort of event where you meet other people on the same page. Why? Reconsider, ask help from others, listen to your intuition. Reconsider what exactly? You want me, the devil card, you make me want to do bad things, came out in reverse, so like you make me want to do good things. So this like, whatever situation happens, I feel like you form temporary alliance with other like-minded people or other people on the same, like willing to go on this journey with you. Other light workers, other spiritual people that remind you this is absolutely happening and actually happening right now, and it makes you want to do good again, because you got wary, kind of. You're gonna get a little tired. When you meet other people that are on the same page as you, you're kind of rejuvenated. I'm getting. I'm done running from this connection. And they're done running from this connection. So, like kind of like the twin flame journey, you're not running from this connection anymore. You're not running from your destiny anymore. Your destiny isn't running from you anymore. They want all of you. Your destiny energy, the divine plan for you is coming to meet you and merge with you wholly and completely. You're going to get this kind of like second wind in your life, or kind of just feel like this energy of rejuvenation and being fully, like you learned what it is to be in a very high vibration, and you might got like very wary recently, in recent months and years. You're going to be so rejuvenated and fulfilled so energetically, and would have so much beautiful divine energy, more of it tacked onto you because you can hold it, and to be able to hold even more light energy, to be a light barrier. A light bearer. You are a light barrier because you're like, I can't keep holding in this much energy if things aren't actually changing and if it's not actually divine time. So you might have like got rid of, oh my goodness, so much is coming through right now. So you might have in recent months and years, last few years or something, you might have known what it was like to carry a lot of light energy as a light bearer, but there was no necessity for carrying that much light at the time. You might have done a lot of service to others kind of work. You might have done a lot of light work, but there wasn't a real necessity to hold that much light. So you might have shut off some light here and there in the past few months, past few years. Not necessarily lowering your vibration, but not holding that much light because it wasn't necessary at the time. But you know what it's like, and you know what it's like to hold a lot of light energy, and you know you're able to do that. You just didn't need to do it at this time. You know, which is why it might have gotten you wary, because like, oh, I learned this huge lesson of how to hold a lot of light and do a lot of beautiful divine light work, but it was there. I didn't really need to use. There wasn't any work required of you to do so much light work while holding a lot of light at that time. So you kind of like discouraged, like, well, am I going to, like, what is the skill that I learned ever going to be used? What is it going to be used for? And now it's finally here. Wow. That makes so much sense. It's not that you're lowering your vibration. You're not lowering your energy. You're just deciding to hold less light because it's not a burden. It's just like if you're holding that much light and you're not using it, like what's the purpose of holding that much light all the time, you know? If it's not needed. What? Seven of Cups. We can build something special together. I want to protect you from my scars. So I'm getting this energy coming in. It's bringing in a lot of the ideas. This might be like a very highly creative, intuitive time for you, where you are thinking of a lot of ideas that are practical, that you will be doing in this lifetime, if not by yourself, but with a group of people. Some ideas by yourself, some ideas with other people. You'll be building something special with the divine here. This destiny energy is coming in with you and consuming all of you, your whole life. You guys are. This is an energy coming in that's going to not leave you again for the rest of this lifetime. It's here to stay. And I want to protect you from my scars. I don't understand that one. Your prayers are heard. So there's a lot of, I'm getting like when you give birth, a mother usually, there's like this hormone that's released that like makes them forget what the pain of childbirth was like. So I feel like spirit is giving some kind of energy like that, where your experiences as a human, it might still bring you pain, disgust, embarrassment, all these like lower level energy, anger, pride, guilt, these lower level emotions and frequencies and energies may still come up every time you think of a experience that you've had. And I'm getting from spirit, those memories aren't going to go away, but all the emotions attached to them will. So you will be feeling and thinking on a higher vibration at all times. This is the 5D, folks. You will remember the experiences that you've had, but you won't be like when you think of an experience that gave you so much hurt or anger or guilt or powerlessness. Like those feelings won't come up every time you refer to those human experiences that you've had. They're just cataloged for you to pull from in order to help the other normies, the people who are spiritually awakened in the collective. You'll be able to pull from them like a catalog without actually having to experience the emotions while thinking of those experiences again. They're just going to be there to help you help other people. So you're going to be in this constant state of bliss because you are now entering a higher level of consciousness. That is a level from going from 2D, going down the stream of a waterfall, and then flying and we're not realizing that you had wings. Oh my goodness. So you'll be able to do a lot of this kind of work very blissfully, very happily. You get the happy life that you've always wanted. I think the fear was, will all the hard experiences that you've been through in your life prevent you from ever having an actual happy life, because they're so, lightworkers go through such difficult life experiences in order to learn and grow your spirit and your soul, that it kind of is like, will I ever have a life, a normal, blissful, happy life? Can I have that because I've had the experiences that I've had? Maybe you've had addictions. Maybe you've had abuse. Maybe you've had, death and poverty. Just very, physical deformities or mental issues, or just a lot of difficult things, right? I can believe what I'm hearing with my ears, but this is very amazing to me. I'm in a shock and awe energy just hearing and channeling these messages. I'm blown away. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so what is coming up in the near future for the collective? I want to put a time on this, timing. And I'm recording this on the 17th, November 17th. 111722. What is the timeline for this? 2. 2 what? 1. I'm getting 3, 2, 1 now. in 2 days, in 1 day, in 2 hours, in 1 hour, in 2 seconds, in 1 second. So many dates. Okay. So it could be February 1st. By February 1st. I've always said that in the past, like, I don't know, tens of readings I've done for Lightworkers and the collective energies. I kept getting, like, by the end of winter for us in the Northern Hemisphere, or like by February, beginning of March, February, March. 17, 8, 9. So today is the 17th. So I've got 3, 2, 1. Today, it starts today. 89, 89, 21. I'm getting since you were born, because I was born in 89, so that's the reference I'm getting. Since you were born, when you're around 16, 17, when you're around 20, 21, around 2017, 2011, around 2021, 2022. The 80s, the 90s a little bit, the 70s, 80s, 90s. Started in the 70s, 80s, 90s, into the 2000s, and 2010s. Wow. This has been a long time coming. That's what I'm getting from this. Okay, so when does this energy come? Because for some of you, it's like, you know, you picked this up in the 70s. For some of you picked this up in the 80s, the 90s, 2010s. Like, this is a multi-generational pool of light workers that I'm speaking to right now, that I'm channeling for right now. Okay, so when is this coming through? Specifically from this date, November 17, 2022. When is this coming through? This energy. Full moon. Nice full moon. So every new moon, full moon that's been happening recently, October and November, has been intense. And the last full moon and new moon that we had eclipses attached to them. Scorpio, Taurus. We just had that. So, like, let's see the next full moon, new moon. The next full moon. So, yeah, we just had the new moon in Scorpio on the 25th of October, and that was with a solar eclipse. And then we had the full moon in Taurus on November 8th, and that was also a lunar eclipse. And then we have the new moon. Oh my God. Oh, okay, sorry. On the 23rd in Sagittarius. And then the next full moon is in Gemini, December 8th. Which is exactly 1 month from the full moon lunar eclipse on November 8th. So I'm getting by December 8th, this should be coming through for you. December 8th. And that's interesting because I got that, like, after this past eclipse season, there's going to be a lot of clarity in terms of what path a lot of people will be going on in their soul mission in a few weeks coming in November. So what's going to be happening? I'm going to stray from my questions and just say, what's going to be happening in this coming week? So the second half of November, what's going to be happening for my light workers? A lot of energy coming in, specifically from your environment, not necessarily your, like, you've already had the download from the energetic realm into your physical realm. That's not the energy I'm talking about. This is specifically pulling from your environment. I'm getting a lot of energy, a lot of things coming in from the environment. A lot of things coming in from the environment. What kind of things from the environment? A lot of love, a lot of opportunities in regards to love. A lot of opportunities in terms of love. A lot of things that will give you back energy, fill your cup up. So what kind of, a lot of things coming in from your environment, physically in your environment. Okay. Money and love of a lifetime. So I'm getting specifically, I even got like pets and grandparents and like the lower level. I'm getting specifically if you had pets or grandparents that have passed away, you might see them in your dream. See a message from them. Oh my God, in my dreams I see a beautiful future with you. Oh my God. I like literally saying if you've had pets or grandparents, specifically pets and grandparents that have passed away, you might see them in your dreams, and they are seeing that you're already set off for this beautiful future, and they just kind of want to come in and be like, I don't know, like kiss you on the cheek, lick your face a little bit if it's your pet. You might get a dream of that, like a pet that has passed away, or an animal that you've been very close to come in and give you like kisses. And if not, then your grandparents giving you a hug, or giving you some candy, or, you know, cooking a meal for you, or, you know, playing outside with you, or kissing you on the head or something like that, on your forehead. You might see that in your dream, and that's a sign that this is happening. This is starting to happen. Moving and changing. Yeah, so you might get a lot of love energy coming in money in a lot of different forms. You might get a love of a lifetime. That doesn't have to be just a person. It could be a friend that you love immensely, that is going to be your friend forever, or a mentor, or I'm getting something new. It could be a love of your lifetime, but you might not like, you know, settle down with them, but you guys immensely love each other and work together all for the rest of your life. It could be a career or a work that comes in that you love, a passion, a hobby, an interest, creative project, love of a lifetime, something that you work on for the rest of your life. And then there are multiple things of money, multiple things that you love that you're going to have for the rest of your life. Specific money opportunities, many job offers, many streams of revenue, diversified way of money coming. There's a diversified way of money coming into your life, and a diversified way of things that you love that you will do for the rest of your life, or have for your rest of your life, coming in right now in many different forms. It could be hobbies, it could be people, you know, it could be work. Moving and changing. A lot of things are moving and changing in regards to friends. You may be going, oh my God, there's so many cards that came up, but I'm going to take them all. Friends. You may be receiving a really beautiful new soul friend. And at the same time, you may be moving on from a past really good friend that you're currently friends with right now. It's a very natural transition I'm getting, though. So when you don't know yet, this is specifically, you're meeting someone new. Specifically, you're having a new friend come in. You have many potential love interests. Yeah, you might have a lot of people that like you kind of like come in because you're just on a soul level. It might be a lot of soul family, a lot of soul friends coming in. Right. And personal passion projects. Yeah, a lot of things that you're really interested in, that you were interested in, had an inkling that you'd be interested in if you had the opportunity to be in, like, you know, practice that interest, or have time for that interest, or hobbies and such things, projects, charities, groups that you've always wanted to start. Wow. A lot of things coming in physically, opportunities for that coming in physically for you from now until the end of November. Very quickly, and quietly. So very quickly, it's coming in very quickly, but it might be coming in on a private level. So this is something that's coming in for you to know, your eyes only, required personnel only. So only you're going to know about this, or you or very few people that you tell. This is coming in specifically for you, or you and a partner, or you and your family, or you and your friend, someone that that you're very close with, you probably live with right now, or really good one-on-one relationships with right now. Only those true few are coming with you or know about these opportunities, because it'll affect them as well. If you had to move or change your life, it affects them very strongly. So only you and those very specific few people are going to know about these very beautiful opportunities coming in right now. How are they going to affect you physically? How are they going to affect you physically? No need to worry. A year from now, look for a sign, peaceful resolution. So it's no need to worry. Because in a year from now, you'll see how all the changes happening right now were for the best. Because a lot of changes are happening right now. This is for these friends, for this soul family, for these like-minded people to come in, for these opportunities, for your interest coming in. Your life is going to change vastly, And some of the changes you're going to make may not feel comfortable, even though it's very positive changes. Imagine living a life where you had to worry about money and paying the bills or getting things fixed or taking care of everyone else. Goes from that to you can do whatever you want all day, every day. Just work on the things that you love, hang out with the people you like, not worry about money. That's a drastic change, even though it's a very positive change. It takes some getting used to be a master of that kind of love energy coming in. To hold that much love energy. You're holding that much light energy. You're holding that much love energy. It just takes some getting used to be on that high vibe life again, consistently. Daily. Okay, look for a sign. So one of the signs is that pet or animal and or your grandparents giving you a hug or kiss. I'm not hiding the connection for the wrong reasons. Peaceful resolution. Someone in your life knew that they were a soul family member, a soul friend, a soul mate of yours of some sort. That you were meant to work on something together, or that you meant to have this kind of life, and they kept it from you. Someone new in your life, specifically one person, and they kept it from you. It could have been, a family member. It could have been an ancestor. It could have been a family member that knew that this was destiny for you. Maybe they heard it from astrologer, a spiritual guru, a spiritual practitioner. Maybe they heard it from an ancestor or their parent or their parents' parents, that you were meant to have this kind of destiny or this kind of life or something, or this kind of inheritance, this kind of land. This was meant for you. You were supposed to get this. Ooh, okay. Or you're supposed to have this connection with this person. And if you did, they knew that if they connected with you and worked on this, it would be a very successful project. But they kept it from you. 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 Who is this person? Who is this person? It's going to be different for different people. So let me see some attributes. This is someone that you could have lived with. So a family member. It could be a parent, a sibling, husband, wife, ex-husband, wife, ex-love partner, a family member of another kind, cousin, aunt, uncle, someone close to home. I'm getting someone close to home. It could be physically your bloodline family home, or someone from your soul family knew that they were meant to have this kind of life, abundance, and they hid it from you. I'm planning to surprise you. Oh, you'll find out who this person is very soon, because they're going to be coming forward with a peaceful resolution. I'm sorry, I kind of knew we were meant to work together, or that you're supposed to have this inheritance, or this land, or this project, or this business, or this company, or this relationship, or this whatever. And I kind of kept it from you. But hey, I'm here to talk to you. I'm going to speak my truth. I want you to speak your truth to me. Tell me what you have to say. You're a more mature person now than you probably were when this person, the last time you talked to this person. Could be someone you talked to recently or a long time ago, but, by the book. They were just doing what they felt like their role was to do. They had to be the parent. They had to be the responsible one. They had to be the right one, the person to do the right thing and be the bigger person and walk away. They had to follow the rules, follow the law. They had to, fulfill their own responsibilities to their own kids or family or life. What? I'm going to pull one more card. I'm going to move on from this. Our paths and lives are aligned. So this person knew that they were meant to work with you on the soul mission or this kind of life, and they purposely walked away. Oh my goodness. Why did they walk away? Sex with you? Maybe, if this is a past person, a past soulmate, maybe they just were doing the thing that they felt like was the ultimate thing that they can do with you physically. So sex with you is that's as close as someone can get with someone else physically, right? With your bodies. Other thing could be living with someone. You might have had a marriage with this person. You might have lived with this person. They could have been a friend or family member. And that's the ultimate thing you could do with another human being, right? Live with them, cohabitate with them. So you either had sex with this person, a marriage, or children with this person, or you lived with this person. You might have even had a business with this person. Whatever it was, it felt like that was they did what they thought was the ultimate physical thing that they can do with another person in this lifetime with you. And so they're like, that's it. It's very upfront. It might have been a very quick transaction. Had the kids, were around for a few years and left. Had the marriage, got divorced right away. Just hooked up for that one time. Or had a very sexual relationship with this person, and then that's it. Live with this friend for a while, and it's well, where can our friendship go from here? We basically live together. What more can we want from each other physically? Cut it off. I don't know, things like that. I started a business with someone. Yeah, they sold it off, or you sold it off. Well, what more can you do? We had a business together. That's our peak of our business relationship. What more can we do with each other? Something like that. And why are they back now? Because your past and lives are aligned. So you're meant to work with this person. You're meant to do work with this person. This love scares me. That's so funny because I kept looking at the 11 from this by the book card. This love scares me. So they're scared, but they're ready to take this next step. I don't know what spirit. Why are you telling me this, spirit? Why are you telling me this in the reading? I'm feeling the consequences of my choices and actions. So they're feeling very guilty. Very, 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 very guilty. And with you becoming this high vibrational, this person who is linked to you and supposed to work with you now is very, very feeling very, very strong amount of guilt. Heavily feeling guilt. More, they might have felt guilty before, but like spirit is like layering it on thick for them so they can't forget about it. They're thinking of these moments in their minds. It's very, very layered with guilt, whoever this person is. I keep a close eye on your social media. They might have been checking up on you. They might have been like getting hints that like they should reach out to you, talk to you. They might have, you might have came up on conversations. They might be asking people that you know, family members, friends, coworkers, just people that know you. What are you up to? They might try to find you on social media. They might have found you and like looking at your things recently because they have this immense amount of guilt and also an immense amount of excitement to talk to you. Okay, so moving on. So it's happening at the end of October. Okay, so going into December, what's happening in this like week in December, 1st to 7th, because the full moon's on December 8th. What's happening in that week? What's happening on that during that week for you, for lightworkers? Oh my goodness. Five of Fire, 5 of Wands, and Page of Pentacles. I'm getting a lot of changes, and I'm not seeing it as conflict, but it feels conflicting because it's different from changes in the past I'm getting. There's small changes, but there are different small changes than in the changes in the past. I'm getting specifically like maybe in the past, in order to become more high vibrational, you started with a more healthy diet, you started exercising more, going on for more nature walks, practicing gratitude, blessing your meal before you eat it, doing a lot more prayers, a lot more spiritual work and spiritual practices. Practicing speaking from your heart and not a place from ego to other people. Practicing doing what your heart tells you to do throughout a day, being more in the moment. Just maybe like having more natural products, watching less garbage TV or something like that. So those little changes you might have done in the past during your spiritual awakening or when during your spiritual journey so far. But these changes are different, and they're not bad. They don't feel bad. Like when you've changed to eat healthier or whatever in the past, got through different kinds of diets, see which one works for you and whatnot, letting go of friends who aren't like resonating with you. These aren't changes like that, and they don't feel bad, but they just feel weird because they're different. They're different. They're setting you up for something brand new that you're excited to start on. Like the normies, like how the Awakening Collective are ready to start some new challenges in terms of spiritually awakening, and they're willing to put on the work. You're also doing some sort of work, but it's you're starting something new, but it's they're not changes in regards to the structure of things, but rather the lack of structure of things. Whoa. Being in the moment, I feel like you're going to have to change from like living this kind of life where you have to go to work in these certain hours or work on certain days and do this kind of ritualistic, like, structured routine in regards to your work or your daily responsibilities. And that's going to go out the window. I'm getting like, if you have kids, it's like, you get them off of work and send them off to school and pack their lunches and all that. Bring them to their classes. Their after school programs and do all of this and that. It's like that structure is gone. Like if you're not around, someone else is able to get the kids up and ready, or they don't have to go to school. They go play, and they learn through group community classes or something that they want to learn about and choose to learn about, or their basics, life basics. And we have something similar too. Like you can wake up and you can choose, like, what do I want to do? Do I want to do some spiritual work? I want to do analyze my dreams or figure out what I want to do today? Do I just want to go with the flow? Do I want to just make some breakfast? Or do I want to go for like a nice little hike? Or do I want to get some work done? Or do I want to get see a friend? Like, it's kind of like going with the flow and like not having such a structured, rigid routine day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. But I guess you're going to have to kind of get used to that. And there's a reason why the structure of your life is changing. This is a high vibrational life. Figuring out what you want to do in that moment and doing it. Maybe having some structure, like, I kind of want to be able to get this done by the end of the week, or I kind of want to be able to see this person at this time tomorrow or something like that. But it's like, besides that, it's like very unregimented, unscheduled, very much go with the flow. And you might not have had this kind of experience since your spiritual awakening, or since a particular part in your spiritual journey where you're able to, maybe you weren't working at that time, or maybe you had some time off, or maybe during COVID, maybe you were working from home, you had more freedom to kind of figure out your day the way you wanted to do it. You had more say in your own schedule. Something like that. Like you're getting used to being in that high vibrational place again, where you live moment to moment. You live in the moment. Mostly. Funny that my other channel is called Mostly in the Moment, that I'm planning to also revive soon, maybe. Wow. It's going to be an interesting week. December 1st to the 7th. What else is going on? The 1st and the 7th. Ace of Pentacles. I need a clarification. Sometimes I wonder if you do care. I'm getting an opportunity is coming in from a divine aspect, because 13 is a divine aspect. The divine feminine number. An opportunity coming in from the mother energy I'm getting. The mother energy is giving you opportunity, a physical opportunity. The motherly nature, nurturing, caring energy is giving you an opportunity. Someone who cares about you. Someone that has that motherly, protective, nurturing, caring listen to you, give you good advice. Energy is giving you a physical opportunity. What is this physical opportunity? Health. Something in regards to health. Yeah, I got like this person cares about you. They want to hear what's going on with your life. They want to give you kind of like a therapy session. This like motherly kind of figure. It could be a friend. It could be even your love partner, whether they're male or female. They just kind of have this like, you know, they check up on you. Someone that's like part of your support system. They want to hear what's going on with you. They want to check in with you. This person may also be a light worker. Yeah, this person may also be a light worker. Something specific advice. Queen of Swords. New opportunities. New opportunities in regards to they're giving you an opportunity. They want to hear what's going on. You know, how are you doing emotionally, physically? Group of people. They're giving you an opportunity to join a group of people. This is when things start to happen. What is this group of people? The Six of Wands. Okay. Six of Wands, success after struggle. This reading is circling back to when I said you're going to be invited to meet a group of people, like-minded people, and you have the choice to say yes or no. It's going to come from someone who actually deeply cares about your well-being, like actually truly, genuinely cares about your well-being. They might be a light worker as well. It's going to be a friend, a partner, mentor. I want more on this person. What is this person? I've thought about taking a trip with you, so they might have thought about like visiting you, you visiting them. This person might be at a distance, or having you live with them for a while, or them live with you for a while around you. They've been thinking about visiting you, you visiting them, or something of that sort. Anything else about this person, this opportunity? I'm a very jealous person, and I lie awake thinking about our future. So these both came out like face down. So this could be that person I was talking about previously who has been holding information back from you, and heard it's back from you because they're a very jealous person. I'm getting it's multiple people. That person is very jealous that you had a very open, free mind, that you knew this connection, what it was before they did even. It could be this could be a different person, a soul family member who just was very jealous of your situation. This person thinks about their future a lot. How is this relevant for you? Who is this person? Who is this person specifically? Yeah, it could be a sibling. Or it could be someone new. Someone, a new soul family member that's been in your life recently, and they feel like a sibling to you. Okay, take it as you resonate, because now the messages are getting like kind of unspecific, which means it's different for different people. Okay, what's going on for the rest of the collective? I'm going to break this reading up because this is going long. And I haven't had time to do the other questions, but I'll do it at a different time. What is coming up in the near future for the rest of the collective in this next, like, few weeks? Coming up for the rest of the collective. Normies. Queen of Earth. Because she has her back, and she's looking forward, but she's looking behind to make sure that someone's following, that you're following. So I feel like the rest of the normies are following this beautiful Queen of Earth. They're following the people who are very abundant, who feel very secure and steady. I feel like with the normies kind of losing a lot of money, or losing a lot of, losing their homes, or the feeling of that they're losing a lot of money in homes, or their security and safety and security. They're looking to the people who feel very safe and secure and feel very abundant, even during these times, even during these energies. So I'm getting that they're following these like people who seem so regal. Queen of Pentacles, again, 2 Queen of Pentacles and the Moon card in reverse. It's very clear and obvious who these Queens of Pentacles are, who these leaders who have this feminine quality of being a very nurturing, caring leader. At this time, being more sensitive than most, but they seem to have it all. They can take care of the family and the finances and the career. This person, this feeling of, it could be you could be male or female, but you have this like more caring side, being a leader. Make sure you're having the right influence, being a good example. Queen of Pentacles. Struggles before gains. You had a lot of struggles before you had some gains, and they feel like, okay, now they're free, and now they're the successful ones. I'm going to help you have this person set the example for what to do during these struggles to also have some gains, to be where they are. It's kind of a vibe I'm getting. The Moon in reverse. Look for the truth. These people already looked for the truth, and they have the truth. It's time. So if you're doubting, like, oh yeah, is it actually going to be this year? Yes. I'm getting from Spirit. 100% yes, this year. Want to get a confirmation? Watch this. Tomorrow, the 28th new moon. What? So you wanted a confirmation? I did it right in front of the camera. Tomorrow, yeah, starting tomorrow, which is the 18th to the 28th, which is on Monday, the day after the weekend of Thanksgiving. So starting tomorrow and for the next 10 days, this is going to be very obvious. And then up until the new moon, which is December 23rd, the new moon in Capricorn, where things, it's like, let's get to work. Let's get to work. I'm getting multiple things. So the Queen of Pentacles also represents Capricorn season, which is December to January. December 22nd specifically to January 21st, I think. Yeah, January 19th. And then I'm also getting 28, like year 2028. So then I'm getting like, yeah, this is a changeover period. The first week of December is going to be very, like, Lightworkers getting used to small changes. The rest of the collective waking up, especially in this last second half of November. Second half of November, people waking up, recognizing who the true leaders are, divine leaders, being more humble. I'm getting more humble, and waking up for the collective during the last half of November. You bring joy into my life. They're very, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people have been saying like, oh, when the rest of the collective awaken to the truth, they're going to be so devastated and shocked, and like yeah, they might be, but like I feel like with the light workers around, this is why the light workers were implanted by the divine, like early on in the divine plan, because there's not so much of like this like who keeps envisioning, who keeps putting out there and trying to manifest like people are going to be like committing suicide and being very like devastated from all the truth coming out, and in shock, and like depressed for a long time, and lose everything that they have. Like, yeah, that is one timeline, and there are still going to be people who are kind of irreconcilable. They can't be consoled during this time. But many of the people are going to have you in their life. Many of the people have you in their life. This could be your family group. This could be friends group. This could be just like acquaintances, people you've known like through other people, or haven't met once in your life, like back in the day. They have you in their life, and also new people that you're going to be assigned to do group work with your lightwork friends. You give them joy because you give them the truth. Truth gives people joy. Yeah, it might be harsh at first, but like you also give them the truth in the sense of like there is a divine out there. There is a God. There is energy that connects us all. Like there is love and infinite love energy that's very blissful. They're going to be on this like high as a kite. When you first spiritually awaken and they're just like on cloud 9 and you're manifesting like crazy? They're going to be in that kind of mode for the second half of November. The first week of December, before that December 8th date. Kiss me deep and love me forevermore. They're just, oh my God. You know how you're making these small changes to kind of set yourself up into this like 5D blissful life? They're going into the small changes you made, like eating healthy, wanting to talk positively to everyone you encounter, genuinely come from your heart space, and on the work that you do, the people that you talk to in your day-to-day life. They're on that high vibe. So you're both entering this kind of energy of living in the moment. They're just doing it in the sense of when you first spiritually awaken. You're doing it in the sense of that different than the ways that I said, but they will set you up for being in the 5D for life. I'm kind of curious as to what these changes are. I'm going to pull cards for them after this, which is kiss me deep and love me forevermore. Yeah, and then the Capricorn, like what happens afterwards. January, February. The heart can be blind and frozen. I'm overwhelmed by excitement and confusion. So yeah, that's when they set in. That's when like you calm down from like your spiritual awakening, and then like the real work sets in for you and for them to help them, right? For them, for their spiritual awakening after they come back from that high, and for you to help them with their spiritual awakening, right? This is where it sets in, like, oh my goodness, I've been like lied to all my life. That kind of energy sets in, after being on that like spiritual awakening high for a little bit, connecting to everything, like going into nature and be like, look at the birds, oh, the birds are saying this to me, or whatever. Okay. So I want to look at some of the things that will be happening. The small changes that you will be making that's different from when you made them when you first spiritually awakened. I've thought about having a family with you. So the difference is that you're going to be doing these things not by yourself. You're going to be doing these new spiritual changes, lifestyle changes with your soul family, with your immediate family, with your group of people. I did a reading recently where it's like what's going to be happening for light workers come this like changeover period. I'll look at that because like you're going to be working with 3 different kinds of groups and possibly more, but like 3 specific main groups, which is like the family and friends that you've grown up with and knew. You're going to be helping them with their spiritual awakening. You're going to be involved a lot with your new soul family group because you're going to be supporting each other at this time a lot, doing more advanced spiritual work in a group setting, which is what this is, but also doing the work to help the rest of the Awakening Collective together. And then also a group that you're assigned by the Divine to help. It might be a specific region or a specific group with certain experiences that you and your soul family already has, to kind of relate to them and help them with their work more. So that's kind of where I'm getting. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with like what's coming up in the future now, and then I'm going to answer the rest of the questions in the second part to this reading because we're already almost into 2 hours. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. Much love and light.